Hi, I'm Yara, and I'm presenting the film Tired of Trees. So Tired of Trees is an experimental poetry short film which presents COVID, the racial crisis, and the environmental crisis as interconnected issues instead of as separate issues. The film is a collage of my experiences during lockdown, so it shares my observations, my reflections, but also the impressions that I received during the lockdown. It shows me a black mother in a German suburb, in an affluent German suburb, reconnecting with nature and my domestic surroundings. And it shows me in a conflicting position because on one hand, I'm very privileged because I haven't been personally affected by the crisis and my family and friends also have been safe. But at the same time, I also reflect on this outsider status that I still have in Western society, which is predominantly white, and in which even when I try to take time for myself, I'm very much reminded that I don't really belong here, maybe the same way that other people do. That's the question. So I've been asking myself, what can we take away from this period in time? And making this film has been a way for me to participate in a public conversation which has been very quiet, obviously, due to the lockdown. And I've had more support with childcare because I've been living with my mother-in-law, and that has allowed me to practice my art in a much freer and flexible way. And the film has come out of this. But the main question I ask myself is, what do I do with this privilege that I experienced during this time? And what I really wanted to do is ask questions and talk about these issues, which we do talk a lot about in the media, but they're always seen as separate. And I do think that we need to bring this dialogue together. And so it's about shifting a mindset from a more is better worldview, which isn't getting humanity very far, to an ethic which sees that within limitations there's also a lot of freedom. And if we learn to accept our human limitations, then there's a lot of beauty that can come out of this if we look closely and if we stay present. So really it's about a shift in attitude and in culture through a reconnection with nature and with each other and with ourselves, which could then bring on collective healing and a better management of the COVID crisis, the racial crisis, and the environmental crisis. Thank you.